welcome back. So in this session, we're actually going to install a Left 4 Dead 2 server. This one should be fairly quick, and we're also going to tack on a couple of videos of us connecting into it, or me connecting into it. And I might invite a couple of people to kind of join in to see how much load we can give to this server. But this is through the antsle setup. So I'm already logged in here. So what I want to do is add a user. And this is kind of the basic setup for adding a user. We're going to switch users to that user. All right, so we're in the Steam account. So what we need to do now is get it into the home directory for this user. So, all right, so we're going to go into Steam. So as you can see, there's nothing currently in there right now. So now this gives us a chance to download the Steam command prompt tool. So now that we have it downloaded, now we're going to untar this download. And we're going to stay in the same folder. We're not going to go anywhere else. Everything's happening in this Steam directory. There's only a couple of files there. So now what we're going to do is actually connect into Steam. So what this is doing is downloading any updates. As you know, Steam is well known for updates. All right, I'll be back momentarily when this finishes. Okay, now this is actually finished. So what we're going to do is actually log in, and we're going to log in anonymously. You can log in with your Steam credentials, but it really doesn't get you anything because the Left 4 Dead 2 files are going to be there for you anyway. They're kind of open. So we're going to log in here anonymously. It's going to say connecting. And what we're going to do is actually force an install of the Left 4 Dead server. All right. And again, all of this stuff will be on the website. It'll be linked with the video. So you can actually go and download this tutorial step by step, and it's going to be tried and true and actually work. So this is actually going to take a little bit as well. So what this is actually doing is we said force the package to download for Left 4 Dead, or the files to run the server. And now we're actually getting the files and loading it onto the antlet. So this is actually going to take a little bit because the file is fairly big. But again, most of these, if not all these antsle servers are going to be able to handle this. And we can even also send this to external storages if we needed to for special game antlets. So I will be back once this finishes. All right. All of our packages are installed. It takes about, I say 10 minutes. So the next step we want to do is actually CD into our Left 4 Dead 2 directory. And again, this is already installed from what we did with Steam. So we'll do a list on that directory there. There's one thing that we want to check. So we need to see what our IP is. We need to make sure we remember that. So it is 126. And for our next command, that's very important because this is our command that actually runs the Left 4 Dead 2 server. We're going to use screens for this. I think I'm probably going to have to install screens. So before I do this, let me get screens installed here. Alright, with screen installed, we're going to be able to run our command. So we're going to run this on a different screen. We're going to use the IP. Our port is 27015. And you'll see here, there's actually a configuration file. So You don't need it because we can actually pull a default configuration file from just the server, so it just automatically pulls one if it can't find one. But we can actually go and get that 4 out of there because that's going to give it a problem. We can actually get a sample configuration file, and we can just name it to whatever we want to. So we have our sample configuration file. And now that we have this sample configuration file, we can now rename this to something that's actually useful for us. So we need it to actually be server.config. So we'll do another list in the directory, and we can see that we have a server.config file now. So now we can actually go and do the run for this server here. Alright, so the same command, this is the IP, and that's that config file that we just downloaded and then renamed. So this shouldn't take terribly too long. So what it's doing is just literally loading the server, and it said it couldn't find the file, but we actually put it into our configuration, so it will use that file. So we're going to do a restart, and it's going to restart and look for the configuration file that we have in there. And we should be started with and that's our actual port. It says on the network port up there that we're actually started. And give it a couple of seconds. We're going to see a successful connection. So this right here where it says it could not connect to the Steam server. Since we are connecting in anonymously, we don't need the Steam server at this point, but we needed it to download the information. Alright, we're finally connected. As you can see, we actually connected to the Steam server now. It's actually the back server is activated in a secure mode. So all you would have to do now is go into your Left 4 Dead server, go into console, and then you're actually good to go. So that's it for this video. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And better yet, have fun playing Left 4 Dead on your antsle.